All right, so I just asked you what year it is that you're going to be coaching here at Pepperdine this spring, and you said you didn't remember, but you remember when you started.
Yeah, I remember, well, being an assistant for Harlan Cohen and Bert DeGroot, and then in 76, 77, started as a head coach. And then, so I don't really know what year, how many years they give me credit for, because I left to get my doctorate. They let me go away and do my dissertation on John Wooden, and then two leaves, 85, 6, 7, 8 with the U.S. men, and then 99 and 2000 with the U.S. men. So university's been really good to me. Let me go away 3 times and come back. And I think in society today there's not that much loyalty. It used to be you'd work for a bank for 40 years and ride off in the sunset on a white horse, and I don't think that's no longer the case.
You told me the last time I visited with you a couple of years ago about your dissertation on John Wooden.
Yeah.
That was fascinating.
Yeah.
What stays with you from that all these years later?
Everything.
Really?
Yeah. From day one, when everything I asked them day one, I had about 150 questions I was going to ask them, and it was over 5 days, from 9 to 3 over 5 days. But so the day one, my tapes are out, and I'm thinking, how am I going to transcribe all these things? And but I asked him about discipline, and he said, on the court or off the court, and how about both, everything. And he said, I never wanted to bruise the dignity of the individual being disciplined. And I thought to myself 2 things. One is, how many coaches can say that? I never wanted to bruise the dignity of the individual being disciplined. And the second part of it is, that's going to be on my wall. And then he said, discipline is what you do to someone, discipline is what you do for someone, not to someone. And so I said, that's going to be on my wall. And so 5 days later, it'd have to be wooden wallpaper, because everything he said was right on. I think as a leader, as a person, as a coach, and sometimes I think when you get closer to someone, you say, hey, it's Westwood, it's Southern Cal, it's UCLA. That wasn't the case. It was John Wooden. And I think that we didn't really take advantage of this unique person in our country. His condo or apartment should be in the Smithsonian. He's a national treasure, in my opinion.
Yeah. Well, I don't even know how to segue from that to your Pepperdine
yeah, everything
volleyball
after
season.
Wooden is downhill. Yeah.
But I'll try. So how's your team look for this coming year?
A little different. We have, I think, 2 guys coming back from last year that played, and so it's a different crew. But we were pretty good the last couple of years, and those guys have gone on to play in Europe and elsewhere, and so it's a new crew, and it's yet to be told. I think we have to earn our money this year.
Meaning rebuilding, retooling, or because sometimes now these kids come in, they're young, they're freshmen, it doesn't make any difference.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your thought about the state of affairs in NCAA men's volleyball overall, and the way things are going and the way things are headed?
I think volleyball in our country is in a good spot, and whether it's sand, grass, indoor, women, men, JC, I don't think it's ever been better. And we'd all want to have a pro league, but that's probably down the road a little bit. But it's I think it's being officiated at the highest level ever, and I think it's being played at the highest level. And I know in our league, we always, even this year, we're worried about structure. Are we going to split it? Are we going to have an unbalanced schedule? Are we going to do this and that? And I'm just saying, it doesn't make any difference. There's really good coaching going on, and the MPSF is producing good players, good teams, and there's a lot of good coaching going on. And I think our national team has benefited from NC2A men's volleyball and nationwide. And there's good coaching going on in the East and the Midwest too. So that's neat to see.